Hey, welcome to this tech news update. We are Friday, March the 30th, 2018, and today in our tech news update, we have iOS 11 that's been updated to 11.3 on your iPhones and iPads if you have one of the Apple devices. It introduces a number of new features, but one that is probably the most interesting is a health of your battery report that you can see, and of course you will also know if your phone is throttled to actually compensate for your battery that is actually not as good. So in response to the battery throttling that Apple has announced a few months back, that created pretty much a uproar in Apple devices. Skipahead has a new build for Redstone 5, so as we are nearing the official release for everybody April 10th, well, we've got a Skipahead build. 17634 is now available for Redstone 5, and it has a certain number of new features. You want to know what they are, just head on to the Windows Insider channel, where I am actually going to take a look at what's new in here. Terry Myerson is gone, or actually going away. There's a big reorganization in Microsoft. Some changes as Microsoft will actually separate the Windows and Devices division. Also, the Terry Myerson, which is the head of the team, is stepping down slowly and moving on to something else. Panos Panay will become Chief Products Officer. Joe Belfiore is Windows Experience Officer. And so this is kind of reorganization of how Microsoft wants to work for the future. And as that is happening, we've learned a few numbers about Windows 10 in general. So if you are an insider, well, you'll be happy to say that there are 15 million insiders in the program now, which is a huge number for a program to test out new devices and new versions of Windows. Sorry, and there's apparently we're almost at 700 million devices running Windows 10, which is quite cool also. If you have a Myfitnesspal account, 150 million accounts have been breached. Data stolen is name, email, and hashed passwords. But the good side to it, no financial or credit card info was stolen. But if you do have one of these accounts, maybe you should change your password. And if you use the same password everywhere, I think you should change your password everywhere. Well, in an effort to actually make it difficult to basically find anything that basically might have to do with piracy, well, if you do a Google search, you've noticed that there's an autocomplete that always goes on and says, oh, are you searching for that or this? Well, the word Cody will actually be removed from the autocomplete, meaning if you are actually searching for Cody, you'll have to actually write the name yourself. I don't see why this might actually be much of a difference, but anyways, it's something to that they are trying to do to prevent piracy, basically. Well, it's interesting. Cambridge Analytica was supposed to have deleted all the data it owned from Facebook users, but it seems that apparently they still have not deleted all the data, which is not a good thing. And we're hoping that they are actually going to comply and remove the data, because it's been asked to by Facebook and by many different organizations. Remove the data. You're on Windows 7, you had an emergency patch that was released. So check out your Windows update. Windows 7 users had a really big memory leak bug that actually was introduced when the Meltdown patch was actually sent to Windows 7 users. And it was serious enough to actually have a out-of-cycle fix. So check out your Windows updates if you're on Windows 7, because you have a emergency patch. The US government wants more aggressive social media screening at the border. If you have, any Facebook, Twitter, or other social media accounts, everything needs to be looked at. And you know what? If you are applying for a visa to go to the United States or work there, well, they will ask you all social media accounts that you have. So I don't know. If you lie, what is going to happen? Is it that they're going to search and see if you have an account or not? I don't know. But, you know, seems that it's really going way too far. Microsoft is, of course, in the race towards a viable commercial quantum computer. It's in competition with Alphabet and IBM, but it's taking a different approach, and it says that it may have found a way to do it and be the first to actually have a commercial quantum computer that could be built. And it's using the basic nature of actually atoms. So apparently it has a different direction that might be working. So that's going to be interesting to see, as, of course, quantum computers promise lots more power. Be careful if you use an Android phone, and especially if you get apps outside the Google Play Store. A Monero mining malware has found on many apps that actually you download from outside the store, and it uses so much resource on your phone that it can virtually destroy it by actually all the heat that it's creating within your device. So if you do so and you find that your phone is hot, maybe it is infected. And also, apparently, it's almost impossible to remove, which makes it even more a problem. This was the Tech News Update for Friday, March the 30th, 2018. You enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching our videos.